Neon lights, neon lights. Stay dancing with my demons, do the dash me out of sight. Run it up, secure the bag.
Hello and welcome to the SoulInsights Podcast. I'm Kyle and Loxton, joined by
Kyle.
And what was today's topic again? Oh, when you look stupid.
Yeah, things that you do that you basically look stupid doing, basically, and something like that.
Okay.
Something like that. The title will give a better thing of what it is, because I can't actually remember.
About, isn't it? Yeah.
So
completely forgot. But yeah, we'll start off.
Yeah, I'm gonna find what it was called, but you carry on first a minute.
Okay. Music recommendation. Going to the SI Pod playlist on Spotify. It is Sticky Fingers, another episode.
Sticky Fingers, eh?
They are a really cool band. They have their own unique sound, I think. It's like a mixture of like reggae rock, bit of rap. So, pretty cool. Hopefully seeing them on Saturday. Well, Saturday just gone.
So hopefully you would have seen them by now.
So,
yes,
sort of planning it, they slapped.
Yeah. And if different, we'll tell you on the next one. Well, he will. I won't see them. So
yeah.
Things everyone looks stupid doing. Just FYI there. So that is the title of the
topic,
thing,
yeah.
or like along those lines. But that's the topic. Yeah.
Yes.
Right. So
TV film. Yeah.
Film. Ant-Man and the Wasp. Quantumania.
What new film?
Quantumania. Yeah. It'll be out now actually, and I would have watched it. So
damn.
Next week, there we go. I can give my verdict on
slaps.
what that film's like. So yeah. No. Yeah. Well. Yeah. It slaps. Yeah. No. Yeah, because it'll be out by the time we...
How many is that? Like fifth one in the series?
What? For Ant-Man?
and Wasp, yeah. They've already made like billions, haven't they?
I think it's only the third Ant-Man.
Only the first.
You got Ant-Man, and then you got Ant-Man and the Wasp, and now you got Ant-Man and the Wasp Quantum
and the mosquito?
Yeah, and the mosquito will be on the next
Mozzie
one.
Man.
And then you'll have the dragonfly with the next, and it'll just keep on going. They'll just keep adding things, won't they?
And you got the little like dung beetle.
Yeah.
Dung beetle Dave.
Yeah.
As Ant-Man, what's it called? I should know this actually. What's his name?
Oh, do you want me to tell you?
It's in that Avengers game, isn't it? No, you said that's not actually Ant-Man. That's old Ant-Man, isn't it?
Oh, Hank Pym's.
That's it.
Yeah.
It's not him, is it?
No.
Oh.
No, it's... Hank Pym's is the old... spoilers. Hank Pym's is the older one. So he was Ant-Man, and then he stopped, and then his daughter Hope is the Wasp, who wanted to be Ant-Man. But obviously... Scott, what he's called in the thing, I'm actually thinking of this as I go because I couldn't remember it before. Scott, who is Paul Rudd, ends up becoming Ant-Man for I can't remember what reason why it ends up happening, but it ends up happening. So Hank Pym's created the technology that Scott, whatever his last name is, then uses. Paul Rudd.
So the last film, did it leave on a cliffhanger so you kind of know where this film's going to go? Was
I can't remember.
An ant and a wasp flying around?
No, that's not how Marvel works, is it? So this will be somewhere in the timeline. So it might be nowhere near the last Ant-Man film, but it'll be something that either happened after Thanos clicked his fingers or whatever. There is an actual phased line, because phase 5 I think it is. Like an actual plan, but I can't remember what it is.
Because they said you got to try timeline. You could watch all of the Marvel films in chronological order, couldn't you?
Yeah, you can watch them in an order that makes sense, and then you kind of like you can pick things up from the last movie for the next one. So I've done that, and it's quite good. But if you add in the TV series as well, you've got like Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. It takes ages.
Not the series, no.
But anyway, right. So gaming recommendation isn't really a game. It's more of a hardware. So PSVR 2.
All right.
So 22nd of February. So the day after this releases? No, because it's like 600 quid.
That didn't stop you getting the first one, though, did it?
No, because the first one I paid like 300 quid for, I think. It was quite cheap. If it goes down in price, I would, because it'd be cool to play Horizon Call of the Mountain. So
does it actually show you what games? Because I don't even feel like the VR stuff's developed that much, though, is it? I mean, the Half-Life Elixir game or whatever, that was really cool, because you could actually play the piano. Isn't it? But you can do it with your controllers.
So it's now like Quest. So it's like the PC versions of VR, where you've got different controllers, so you can actually move your fingers like this. So you could essentially play piano on this one. Yes,
that's quite cool.
It's in, I think it's 4K and 60 hertz, maybe. I'm not entirely sure, but
whatever that means.
It looks like it could be quite cool. Yeah. It's got like, you're not going to be like, as you're spinning around, it's not going to lag motion or jump or anything. Like, you're actually, it's going to be a smooth movement. Right. Unlike playing like a 30 frame per second game. which you really notice after you've played 60 FPS,
Yeah.
which is mad. But yeah, so there's that. So maybe
See what happens.
maybe next episode we'll have a little chinwag about that, and we can just see what dropped and
hopefully it
how
you
it
see,
went.
Yeah,
kind of
like
thing.
how well it goes. Like whether
Yeah.
like the games are trash, whether it's like a slow burner sort of piece of tech, isn't it? I feel like it
It's
is.
PlayStation, so it's not going to do that well. It's not going to do anything like the Quest did or anything like that, because PC's going to sell more. Whereas this, you need the PS5 and you need the PSVR 2 to do it. So you're already 1,200 quid in,
Oh,
or
right.
like $1,000 in. But like
Next
the
tech
Oculus
stuff.
Quest, you can literally play with just the headset.
Oh right.
So I think you can download games onto the headset and all that, and then you don't need anything. So you've literally just got the headset on and your controllers, and that's fine. Like you don't need a camera or anything.
What do you think with that? Like, do you reckon it'd be ahead of its time? Because you know when the PSP came out, I felt like that was ahead of its time. Like if the PSP came out now, and obviously handheld gaming is
Yeah, because of what it
popping,
was at
is
the
it?
time then. PSP was good.
it's slab.
PS Vita, I think, was a bit ahead of its time. If that had waited a little bit when like the Switch came out and that kind of thing,
Yeah.
like that was better. Helps that it was Nintendo, so like a lot of kids play it. But this won't be, because this is just technology that's already existing. Like the Quest.
And you obviously
That
need the
is what it
space,
is.
isn't it? It's a lot of high maintenance to set it all up and that. You can't just switch it on and go, can
It's
you?
not as bad because you don't need the camera, I don't think.
Oh, right.
So it's a lot easier there. It's just all the sensors and shit. But yeah, still obviously a bit of ball ache, but it's a cool thing anyway. So if you've got the money, why not?
It's a rival to the Wii.
Yeah. Right, TV, Last of Us. So game,
Okay.
Last of Us as well. Episode 5. So spoilers. I'm just gonna say it first. Thoughts?
Best episode so far, I think.
Yeah, it had to be, didn't
I mean,
it?
episode 1 was good though.
Yeah, because
I
it was
think
like
that's-
introducing you to the whole thing, wasn't it? But that as like the whole world thing of what the whole thing's about. You've got like the raider type thing, or the people actually shooting, like people on people action, and then you've got the people on zombie action at the end.
Yeah, which was good. Like how they did that was really cool. To be honest.
The way they all just started fucking crawling, but like fast crawling out of the
Horde
like
mode,
hole.
isn't it?
Horde mode, yeah, literally just like a swarm. Like
Yeah.
you're fucked. The bearded dude, the way he died,
Yeah,
just gets his head ripped off.
floater. But then you got the little clicker like kid as well. Like,
Oh,
that's new,
yeah.
isn't it? Because
Yeah,
the clickers
eat
are
'em-
normally adults, isn't it? The little
Eating
kid,
Rose at the end.
yeah, the little
Yeah.
kid like clicker's pretty cool.
Yeah.
But I feel like how they did Henry and Sam better in the program than the game. I think like Sam's so much
Yeah.
cooler in the program. Like the way how he's deaf and he has his little board. That's not in the
So,
game, is it? That's really
Everybody,
cool. I like that.
all of the cast learnt sign language because of him, because he was in it. So all of the cast learnt sign language for him.
That's cool.
So that's pretty cool. And the bloater, yeah. So it's not CGI. So it's an actual costume. Did you know that? I don't know if you would have
No.
seen anything online. So the bloater was an actual costume.
That's really cool.
6'6" costume. I can't remember how much it weighed, but it was a lot.
Oh, that's decent.
And it apparently cost $500,000 to make.
So he's got to come back again. He can't just use it for like a 10
Imagine
second
that,
cameo.
just using it
like-
once, yeah. It's shown the dude who wore it as well, and he was pretty beefy. Like,
Oh, that's pretty cool.
yeah. So yeah, the fact that they didn't CGI it, and it took them, they had to get so many people in zombie makeup and all that stuff, and all the clicker makeup and all that, and they start, and it takes them like 8 hours or something like that, like 50 crew members, like 8 hours.
God, that's so mad, isn't it? But you're trying to think. I think the makeup is better than CGI.
Oh yeah, definitely.
About to get raided.
Yeah, sorry folks, there seems to be a helicopter around somewhere, so you know.
They're about to get extracted.
Yeah.
Last of Us vibes.
Exactly, yeah.
Good.
There must be a zombie apocalypse. We'd be alright in here, wouldn't we? Apart from the fact there's nothing to eat on
They
a
wouldn't want
drink.
to come up here. It's too cold up here, is it?
Yeah,
It's not the right environment for fungi.
Exactly. Right, anyway.
But
We're
yeah,
getting a bit
what
off
do you
topic
think?
there, so.
Up there?
Decent, yeah. Best
Like you
one
said,
so
it's,
far.
it's close to the game as well. Like, you know, the whole sniper thing. I didn't even think they were going to put that sniper part in the film, like in the program even.
It makes sense, because then it holds them up for... I keep forgetting her bloody name. Rose, from 2.5 Men.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah. How they've planned
I can't
that out
remember
was
her name.
really good. Because like you said, how they end each episode is how the game tailors it. So like I said to you, it's like it does end at the same place. It's just how it got there was a bit different.
and
which is
especially
really
with
cool.
that one, so major spoilers, when if you've been listening, you don't care. But the way that he kills fucking
Literally, like the game,
kills the kid and then kills himself.
Yeah, the game.
Like absolutely fucked.
But what was really sad, what I showed you, wasn't it, just before you came round, was because he was deaf. Well, this is gonna be a major spoiler, but he didn't want to see Ellie because apparently, when you get infected with that one, you're still in control of your mind. Your body's gone. So that's why all the zombies are crying in the game and things like that, because they don't know what they're doing. But your mind's active. You don't want to do it, but your body's doing it. So that's why he sat there facing the wall. Because he didn't want to see Ellie.
He can't hear Ellie.
Yeah, he can't hear her anyway.
He doesn't know that she's there, essentially, does he?
That's why he wanted her to stay awake.
Yeah.
But obviously, that's why he sat there facing the wall, which I thought was really sad, to be fair.
Mad.
It's cool, though. Banging episode.
Yeah. Right.
What do you, no, I won't do a prediction like last time, because I got a feeling what it will be, so we'll just talk about it.
Just
spoil it, I guess, isn't it?
It ruins it. Yeah,
it ruins it anyway.
Get severely wrong, and then so.
A lot of horse content, probably. Filler content.
Next, so book.
Dictionary of Obscure Sorrows by John Koenig. Went with chapter 4. Faces in a crowd catching glimpses of humanity from a distance, and this word is routwash.
Okay. Let's give up a spelling.
Routwash. A moment of panic that you'll end up looking back on years of labour with little to show for it, that despite all the time you've spent gathering skills and connections and experiences, many of them will prove to have been worth almost nothing in the long run, redeemable for petty cash, a line on a resume, a few compliments, or a handful of magic beans.
So everything is pointless.
Basically, they say like a moment of panic that everything that you've done won't really amount to anything.
Yeah, so everything is pointless.
But you could, unless you have like children or you start up a business that goes down, so you have left something technically because it's still there, isn't it? Your name's still there or something.
But at the same time.
But then I feel like you live for your experiences, isn't it? So you wouldn't go around necessarily saying everything's pointless, because you just go around you may as well experience all these things because it's there.
Well, yeah, exactly, and then you die.
In the world for you to see, isn't it? So may as well see it before it all burns to the ground. Before that clickers start taking over.
Exactly.
So I wouldn't get that moment of panic, would you? I mean, if you've worked really hard for something and it hasn't done anything, unless you count labour as life, you just years of just.
The way I see it is, okay, yeah, you might enjoy your life, but at the end of it,
like gathering all these skills and connections.
Yeah, no, but at the end of it, everything is pointless because you're gonna die. So
you'll just be one with the world again.
Yeah, exactly.
In the ground.
Yeah, that would be the most meaningful part.
What, just contributing your body back
contributing
to the
your body to the ground. Yeah. Right. So we're on to
main topic. So what was it again? Looking stupid or something? Apparently you look stupid.
Things that everybody does that you look stupid doing, basically.
And what I said to you, it looked quite similar. You know when you had that ick phase?
Yeah, I noticed that as soon as I started finding things that everything looks like icks.
So this would be pointless content, but may as well just talk about it.
Right, so trying to lip sync a song while listening through headphones. I do it at work all the time. I probably look like an absolute nutter.
That looks alright though. I don't think that's that bad. I wouldn't say that looks stupid personally.
I would.
Unless if you work in a shoe shop or something and they're singing along to the radio, do you think they look stupid doing that?
I mean, yeah.
I think that's pretty cool. Like they're still doing their job. They're just singing. They're just vibing.
Yeah, sure. I mean? It's pretty cool. Like to think like, oh yeah, okay, at least they're enjoying themselves while they're at work, kind of thing. But it is just like you look like a bit of a tit.
Oh right. Yeah, that's different. I think you're just vibing out. You're still doing your job. Yeah. I'm just like, I'll just let them just.
Yeah, but that's because that's the way you're looking at it. You're not looking at it as the way of how they actually look. You're thinking of what their mindset is. Like, they're enjoying themselves, so it's okay.
Right. But then I was trying to think. What I think you look stupid, I guess, is you're singing a song but you're getting the lyrics wrong. I'll just shut up.
So that is another thing, yeah.
So that's the closest I could think. I can't think. I wouldn't look at you going, "What the fuck are you doing?" Unless I'm trying to talk to you and you're just sat there like rapping. I'll just leave you in your own world.
Yeah. Right.
Okay. This one's like the ick. Have we seen this, isn't it? Walking back after bowling.
Oh yeah,
so
it is though, isn't it? Like,
but the whole vibe of it, because you throw the ball, what are you doing? Just pencil position, waiting for the ball to hit the pins.
Yeah.
So you may as well throw the ball, pencil position. Don't even walk back. Just stand there until your turn again. So you just when you got the other
in their way.
You just step to the side and just stand there looking at the wall, waiting to like be programmed for your next throw.
It's that meme. You throw the ball and you turn around and you're walking in slow motion. No, you're walking in slow motion whilst the strike happens behind you. But it turns out you're walking in slow motion and the ball's already in the gutter.
When was the last time you've been bowling? Do you reckon you'd feel awkward now? Knowing,
yeah, it is. It's weird because you go and sit back down, and by the time you sat down, the ball's still going down.
Unless, like, because do you throw the ball and wait for it to hit the pins, or do you just throw the ball, turn around, don't even bother looking at your throw?
You throw the ball.
You just went straight in the gutter, and you're just like, I smashed that.
You throw the ball, you turn around, you go to get another ball, and then when you're grabbing the ball, you look up, see what you've done, and when you realise you haven't hit them all down.
But once if you go too quick, and then you've got the ball, you're waiting to go, and it still has to sweep down, clear the... and you're just stood there with the ball.
Yeah. You stand there with the ball and just look like an absolute Melvin.
Just T-pose or something.
Yeah, exactly. It's alright, isn't it?
So, yeah, I just think the whole bowling vibe is just a bit...
So, I'm just going to go absolute jokes now, and I don't even know what the fuck this one is.
All of them's jokes. They didn't make any sense, I don't think, personally.
This one does.
Okay.
Shitting in the woods.
Fine. If you got to go, you got to go, haven't you? I don't know. Unless you're walking past. Oh, have you seen that one? Nah. There's a video. Someone's downhill mountain biking. Someone's squatted and taking a shit on the track. So he's flying down on his bike. Someone's just sat there squatting, taking a shit on the... I was like, out of all the places, why are you doing it on the track?
Oh, my God.
Nature calls. What do you do? Shoot yourself instead?
It's one of those awkward things. It's like... You have to do it, but at the same time, if somebody sees you, you look like a proper nutter. Like, why the fuck are you shitting in the woods?
Well, we want nature.
See, that's your mindset. You've got to go, haven't you? It's like, yeah, you've got to go, but you still look stupid.
Maybe.
Still look a bit daft.
Yeah.
Anyway.
I might see you just can't.
What? So if I go and take a shit on the floor over there, you're not going to think I'm weird?
No.
No? Completely normal?
Are you going to clean that up? Or are you just going to leave it there? I'll probably leave it. You know me, I'll probably just leave it there. Fuck
yeah, you
it.
would. Leave it to fester.
Why not? The little, little decoration. I'll be a bit mad, though. You sitting indoors, though. The woods is kind of like, oh, you're just feeding the floor, aren't you?
Shitting on the floor somewhere. Shit's got to go somewhere, so
okay.
May as well.
I've never seen anyone keep their dignity while putting on a wetsuit. I thought I meant pulling up the zip. But yeah,
I mean, pulling up the zip, yeah, when you're trying to grab the little cord to try and pull it up, aren't you? And then you pinch your skin.
Not if you get those nice ones that have the zip on the front.
Yeah, and then you rip a massive hole in the knee.
What? Like zipping up at the front, you rip the knee? Good.
No, it's you, isn't there? You had one that zipped
up. Yeah, but that was
because
I fell on the board and the fin
sliced. I didn't say they were anything to do with each other, did I? It's you, isn't it?
But putting on a wetsuit, yeah, especially a wet wetsuit, I guess is what you're just taking about 10 years to put it on. Like,
yeah, exactly. Like feeding your foot through, and you can't get yourself through. Like
the waves have already come and gone, and tide's gone out by the time you put the fucking suit on,
you're
mate.
already 6 feet under. I mean, yeah, that you do.
And taking it off as well. Some people would take ages taking it off, don't they?
Taking a jumper off.
Yeah.
It doesn't look nice, does it?
Well, it's like a skin-tight jumper, isn't it? Skin-tight bodysuit, to be honest, isn't it?
Lycra. Yeah.
Tuck your belly into the wetsuit and then squish it in like... yeah. I don't think you look... Again, I don't think you look stupid. I'm just like, fair play for you putting on the suit and going out in the...
It's just getting dressed, isn't it? Like...
You might do
that. You might be putting your foot through and you lose your balance. So you have to do that little hop.
Right. Yeah. Okay.
Right. Okay, my next one goes into that, so I'm just going to say it and then I'm going to go on to the next one. Putting on a jacket and you can't find the other sleeve.
Oh, so you're sat there waving your arm.
So you're sat there wiggling your arm around, trying to put your arm through the sleeve. Similar to that one we just said, so I'm just going to say the next one. Waiting for a sneeze. You're pulling that weird face, you know.
Okay.
Like me on that cough on the last thumbnail to the last video. So, you know, me making a weird face. And
so that one I might think you're a bit weird looking, because all of a sudden you just pull some weird face. It's like when you yawn with your mouth closed, you look like a turtle, isn't it? You look like Yoshi.
Oh, dear.
But,
yeah, I mean, yeah.
Yeah, like just pulling a weird face out of nowhere. Just like, what's going on? All right, your body's just bodying.
Like you, when you made your weird noise when you were yawning.
So that was just because I wanted to make that noise.
You're a weirdo.
Because I embrace this fucked up thing. Right, running with a big backpack. What?
It's just bouncing up and
when
down.
It's bobbing, yeah. When you haven't fully zipped it up and all your shit's flying out as well.
Fuck's sake.
I don't know what I was going to say. Something linked to that. I don't forget.
I have a story. So when I was little,
Yeah.
Apparently I had to carry the dinner bag when we went out somewhere.
Right.
And bearing in mind the bag was nearly as big as me. So apparently somebody put it on my dad, I assume, put it on me, and I fell backwards and I was on my back like a turtle and I couldn't get up.
Oh, good.
So, that's things you look stupid doing.
That looks cool.
Yeah. Cool.
I think we ran with a big backpack. Oh, me and a mate's done. We ran down Snowdon with that. That was quite cool. So
it's
you climb
a bit of a
all the
different
way up.
environment. Yeah, imagine like running through school with your big backpack on, kind of thing, or like running down the street. Like,
I think it's like depends what the situation is that you're running. Because if you're out hiking or in the woods and you want to go for a run, I think it looks a bit better. But if you're just casually
like running down the street,
yeah,
or
like you missed your bus or something, it's just like, well, no jokes, isn't it?
Things you look stupid doing, chasing the bus.
Yeah, well, bobbing your little backpack in like a setting that you don't need to bob a backpack to. But like hiking, fair enough. Like you just pull the straps up so it's stuck to your back and then get lit with it, don't you? But yeah, I don't know.
Jokes.
Okay.
Right, catching yourself tripping and trying to stop yourself from falling. You trip over and you just do that weird stumbling forwards, isn't it? You've got that.
No, I've got something linked to that. So is that what you say?
Yeah,
you got anything following that? Oh, okay. So he says tripping or slipping seems almost impossible to not look like an idiot. Okay. But what, slipping on ice? You look like a cartoon character. You just embrace looking like one.
Like Bambi, isn't it? Where your feet are just constantly going and you're not moving anywhere.
Or just like if you fall up the stairs or something. Or trip. But he says, the trick is to commit to the fall and tuck smoothly into a commando roll, then freezing into a 3-point landing position while you're still sliding in your direction of motion and very slowly standing up after you come to a complete stop.
That's right, I remember that next time I trip over.
And then some random dude says, I don't know, man, girls tripping can look pretty cute. I think it's the pupil dilation making them go all doe-eyed that does it. The fuck are you on about, mate?
What is that?
They look pretty cute when they feel like they're about to kill themselves.
That's just strange. And
what? I'm sorry. Would you like to repeat that?
No. Right, this one. I think we've all been there. Or you wouldn't, because you're too cool.
What?
Waving at someone who's not waving at you. Somebody's waving down the street and you're like, hello. But they're not actually looking at you. They're waving at somebody behind you. Like, all of those, you get the videos on TikTok where somebody's like, oh, nice melons, as a girl's walking past.
Oh, right.
And then they get like, and then there's some dude stood behind with like
melons.
A watermelon, yeah.
Yeah, I could say.
Yeah, I mean, you do look
stupid. Have you ever
stupid.
done that? You waved at someone? I don't even think I've clocked at someone waving at me. You can vouch for me for that. I wouldn't bother looking. Because you like people watching more than me, though.
Yeah.
So I can give a fuck about people watching.
So I get it more as that awkward moment when somebody says something and you're like, what? But they're not actually talking to you. They're talking to somebody else. Not necessarily the waving side of it, but somebody's doing something for somebody else, but you essentially respond in a way to it when it wasn't intended for you. Mm-hmm. I think that's the best way to put it.
And there's another one that's you're in mid-conversation with someone, they've just walked out the room, and you're still carrying the conversation, not knowing that they've left the room. So you've got a room full of people going, oh, they've left. And you're like, oh, I was in the middle of a conversation, they've just left.
So at my old job, when we were in the kitchen, it was always one of the chefs, they'd always be stood there talking, and then like the conversation would come to an end. I'd leave, and as I'm leaving the kitchen, like I'm just exiting the door, I can hear them start to talk again, and they don't know that I'm leaving. So I just leave, and I go back in, and they'll be like, where did you go? And I'm like, well, I went because we weren't talking anymore. And they were like, oh, I was talking for 5 minutes longer. I was like, how would you not acknowledge that I wasn't there? Like, surely you'd be like, why is he not responding, and walk around the corner and see?
You should have just you placed like a little mannequin with a little voice recorder going, yeah, just left it there.
It probably worked. It would. I think it actually would work.
Just malfunctioning. Like, yeah.
Exactly. Yeah.
Then you just randomly put a little Easter egg in. Fuck you. It's like, Kyle, can you take this food out? Fuck you. What? Oh, sorry, mannequin's malfunctioning.
Exactly.
Wait. Right, am I saying one?
Yeah.
Yeah. We've actually done this. Well, I've done it, I know, but I think you have done it. When you're napping while sitting down, your head just bobs because it's not supported by your neck muscles.
So
and when you're sitting upright taking a nap and you're... Oh, no, that's pointless. Remember,
Ibiza.
Yeah, exactly.
We both did it. I know we did it because I wake myself up every time my head was going to hit my knee. There's a video, and it was the perfect moment when two people were in an airport and they were sat like back to back and they were both falling asleep. So their heads were both going back like this.
Oh, and hitting each
but
other.
it was slowly getting further and further back, like it was coming back.
That was cool.
And then eventually their heads touched each other. They woke up and looked around at each other, and they were just like, "Oh, okay."
That's jokes.
So yeah, the perfect moment.
I think an airport's going to be the place that you're going to see that more, isn't it? Like, I think I've done it on like a bus when I used to take that to work. I've fallen asleep and like you just bob your head, isn't it? But I guess it's the initial jerk when you wake up. Like, how much do you reflex? Like, all of a sudden you go.
It does look stupid.
Yeah.
I've had it at work once where I was on my break and I fell asleep. I was sat on the kitchen. I was sat on the table with my hand on my. I can't see on the camera. With my hand on my head like that, and my elbow slipped out, or my head slipped off my hand, and I woke up because my face hit the table.
Oh, jokes. I'd be at school or something.
Yeah, it would. Yeah, that's the kind of thing that happens.
It's like little kids when they're fighting the urge not to fall asleep, isn't it? It's basically an adult version, isn't it? Because you don't want to fall asleep, but your body's like, no, mate, mate. I mean, I'll be for that was just
that was
shut
gone.
down, like just nah. Didn't
that's
even
not
know
going to shut down. Ring, ring, and shut down.
Yeah, exactly. That was just like, you are gone, mate.
Right. Waiting for people to stop singing for your birthday so you can blow the candles out.
Oh my god.
I fucking hate having my happy birthday sung to me. I absolutely
I
hate
could probably
it.
relate
I
to
can't
that,
stand it. I hate singing it. Like, if it's somebody else's birthday...
Yeah, I'll sit in silence.
Yeah, I will. Like, I ain't singing.
Yeah.
And I can see from the look on their face they don't want anyone to sing either, so I'm doing them a favour.
We should have sang Happy Birthday in Vegas. Happy birthday. Shut up. Just blow out the candles just already and just walk out. I'll just save you like 10 seconds of your life singing this shit.
It's so you're looking stupid as well. No.
Yeah, just sat there like awkwardly.
You just sat there like...
Yeah. And that
looking
British
around
smile like
so
tuck your little like top
this
lip
is
in.
so great, but at the same time it's not, I really don't want this. I hate it.
Yeah, right. Depending who is singing Happy Birthday to you as well. If it's family, you kind of deal with it because it's fair enough.
Yeah, you have to.
But when it's like mates or like random people, you're just like...
Yeah, but then normally it's a joke and they're like, it's shits and giggles.
Or you could have people waving their little light sticks at you like...
Fuck off. Next.
No, okay. Wiping after a shit.
I saw that one
I don't even know what to expand on that. Just, you got to do that. So unless you're just some psychopath
you're
who just
you're
goes...
fucking reaching your arm around in a weird cretin way, or you're fucking... crouched up, fucking getting fingers right up in there, like fucking rubbing
Especially
away.
if you're in the woods.
Yeah, exactly.
They look even more stupid.
I mean,
using a little leaf or something.
Yeah, exactly. Just fucking using a stick.
Dock leaf.
Stinging nettle leaf.
They say as well, you're a scruncher or a folder. I didn't even know that was a thing until someone said it on a podcast. I was like,
okay,
what?
so go on then. Which?
I'm not going to say. I'm not going to say. That's some confidential information.
If you scrunch, you're fucked.
I don't use it.
I'm sorry, but if you scrunch, your finger is much more likely to fall through a crevice and into your crevice. Maybe you like that. Maybe that's why you scrunch. So, no judgment here. When you stub your toe. So, my main thing here, I have a little story about you for this one.
Me?
Yeah. It's not stubbing your toe, but it's you looking stupid injuring yourself. So,
right.
Do you remember... when you were going under your door frame and you just decided to jump and you whacked your head at your old house? Yes.
What, I knocked myself out?
Yeah, you just splattered on the floor, didn't you?
I didn't know you were there.
No, I might not have been. You might have told me, actually.
You might have appeared with blood all over the floor.
I've seen you do it, but okay, mate.
Yeah,
mate,
you might have been there because you did come round when the old place, when I had the pet rat and stuff, wasn't it?
Yeah.
You might have been there.
I might not have been there. I'm pretty sure you've done it a couple times, but I'm not entirely sure now. So
you were around a few times in that house, though. To be fair, imagine you just sat
constantly.
There, like, looking up.
Exactly, just watching you jump and smack your head.
So much. You know that meme where he jumps before the door frame and then dings his head as he enters the room. I jumped under the door frame. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
literally directly under it and smacked the top of your head straight on the door frame. Like, it's the stupidest thing I've ever done.
I remember I was meant to come round yours. I was meant to go around yours, I think. It was like on the weekend. And you said, oh, how come you're late? And I said, oh, mate, I've knocked myself out. And I'm bleeding all over the floor. I needed to go to hospital or something. So I was meant to come round yours. Yeah, because I think we were meant to go out Mine or Die or something. Remember that skate park?
Yeah, I remember that.
But I think it was meant to, just crash around yours. I think that's when because, So I don't think you were there.
Stubbing your toe, essentially.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
We are being an idiot, isn't it?
It does look a bit stupid. Like, you're there doing your weird little hop, holding your toe like...
I've never done that, though. I think you just shout, God, at the thing you speak. throw it across the room, maybe.
And
Short bursts of rage.
Sometimes you do have to check to make sure your toe is actually still there. Because, it does feel like it's gone, doesn't it?
There's another video. Oh, it's reminding me. He smacks his head. Like the hanging basket flower pots?
Yeah.
He goes into the door, smacks his head off that, and he full on punches it. It flies off the hook and just goes across the road. I said, that's my reaction, to be fair.
God's sake.
You just got to hit whatever you do. It's like, you want to start a fight then? Do you start battling the fucking sofa or something? Start punching it.
Fucking hell. Right.
Or standing on Lego.
Yeah, exactly.
Just holding your little foot. Apparently that's an
Jokes.
8 on the pain threshold or something. Mad, isn't it? I mean, the highest a human can endure is like 80 or something.
Yeah.
I mean, that's mad. Lego's 8. There we go. Learning how to roller skate. So I said we could relate to this, where you're learning something and you're trashing it and you look a bit stupid.
I mean, yeah, like falling over constantly or like...
Snowboarding.
Yeah.
When you're just wobbly as soon as you stand up, like, oh, you look a bit too cool.
Yeah, and then you're not even doing anything and you end up on your ass, don't you?
Yeah.
Like, constantly. Yeah. Yeah,
So-
dreadful.
Learning like a balance, like even surfing, like you can't even stand up and you feel stupid because like you're looking at other people. It's more of a comparing thing, I guess. But like skateboarding, that is quite hard to learn, I think, isn't it? And obviously, if you do fall off, you're probably you could break your leg in such a stupid way on skateboarding. All you could do is just fall over and
Yeah, well, you can do that anyway.
severely injure yourself, and that would just be like, really?
Yeah. It's like throwing something with your weaker hands.
Yeah, exactly.
It just looks weird, doesn't it?
That's
Like, it does not look normal.
We have to do a game of darts and use your other hand
Yeah.
to throw
There you
the
go,
darts.
SoulInsights video.
I can't even throw darts. I don't think.
Yeah.
I can't remember, but we have to do some games of darts, and then we'll do a game where we throw a non-dominant hand.
Right. Having sex.
Why did I have that?
It just.
Okay, I've got
I
something linked to
suppose
that.
It just doesn't really like. It doesn't look like you think it looks, does it?
Well, if you're
I
looking
don't
at it through the
think.
window, I
It
think
just it's an awkward, isn't it? It's not like you're watching fucking online videos
was
where it's a bit
they
like
said one.
played up.
Okay, linked to
whatever.
that. It's the faces you make during it.
Yeah, so like orgasm faces and shit like that. Like
But-
it just looks weird.
I think it's on the outside looking in. If you like that, look at it, that would be weird as fuck. But I think when you're both locked in the moment, you don't give a fuck, do you? Really?
No,
It
exactly.
kind of goes
It's
out the
different
window a
then,
bit, doesn't
isn't
it?
Yeah, you wouldn't necessarily pay much attention to that.
You might just laugh
anyway,
or something.
would you?
Something
Yeah.
completely random happens, but
Yeah.
I think you're just both in the moment, isn't it? So it's like it don't feel weird. I think if you're both
Yeah.
quite comfortable, but like you said, if you're just trying to imagine something now, it's like it's jokes. Like if she's looking up at you or something, doing something. It's
The
like,
old
what face are
POV
you
thing,
making?
it's like, what
Looking
the
down,
fuck?
like a
Yeah.
Shrek meme or something.
Yeah, not normal.
Or like you're doing some sort of positions, and you're like, well, what sort of face are you meant to pull in? Like,
Oh dear. Right, that's me done. So
Yeah, that one's linked anyway. So I've only got the other one, picking up your dog's poop.
I mean, yeah, but then at the same time,
Just picking up shit's normal, isn't it?
if you don't do it, then
You get fined.
yeah, fuck you, because it's annoying when people don't, isn't it?
You like the bottom of your shoes.
Oh, yeah. I like going along, picking it up and eating it.
But I know, yeah, you look weird. Obviously, you got to do it. But another guy was saying, like, he met a nice girl doing it. Not just doing that thing, like on a dog walk, and obviously he had a bag of shit in his hands. He's like, how you come you meant to try and look cool when you just got a bag of your dog's shit in your
Nah, take it next level. It's your shit from where you shit in the woods.
Exactly. It's like, do you think this is my dog's? I'm just picking up mine that I made last night.
You're carrying a bag of shit, and they're like, "Oh, where's your dog?" And it's like, "What dog?"
Oh, exactly.
So you're carrying a poo bag. It's like, oh yeah, I just dropped the dog off. I'm just putting this in the bin.
Exactly.
Definitely, isn't it?
But yeah, I think it is a bit of a random concept. So you just like, it's just so normal that you just let's get a bag out and pick up shirts. My guess,
standard.
why not? But
Exactly.
you just cats have their little litter tray. Imagine picking up after a cat. Chicken.
Imagine. Just imagine.
What, a cat on a lead.
Yeah,
Just walk around.
exactly.
You
I
go
know
out-
people do it.
Well, in
so-
Prague, what was that? A weasel on a lead, wasn't
Well,
it?
meerkat. Meerkat? Fucking ferret.
Ferret on a lead.
Yeah, ferret.
That's
yeah.
normal, isn't it?
I mean, it wasn't completely
No.
abnormal. Like,
No,
I've seen it
worse than
before.
You probably can have a spider on a lead or something.
Yeah, probably.
A chicken on a lead.
Person on a lead.
Well,
Right, so that's that for that. So on to...
whatever that topic was.
Exactly.
Making a podcast looks stupid doing that.
I mean, we probably do.
Well, we are stupid.
Fuck it. So, new music.
Yeah.
Yeah, so there will be a small segment, and then hopefully there will be more afterwards, depending on what happens, or there might just be 3 seconds of silence. So as soon as you finished reading the 6, 3 seconds of silence, and then we carry on.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so at the moment it is Hobson, Arrival, Bones, Grief, Situation, Suicide Boys, Shakewell, Big Shot, Cream Soda, Chinks OS, Ain't Got Time, Oliver Francis, Perfect, Cell, I think, Baby Rose, Smino, I Won't Tell.
Right, new music for this week. Polo G, Future, No Time Wasted, Don Toliver, For Me, J. Critch, Jug Season, Pink, Trustful, NF, Hope, Banger. I mean, that's going to be a sick album. Mike Love, Adrian Stresso, Already, Sleep Token, Vor, I Am Sue, On One, Cheddar, Heaven for a Thought, St. John, You Laughed at Me, D Block Europe, Barbie, All Time Low, Modern Love. And we're about to get absolutely twisted at Sticky Fingers gig, aren't we? So yeah, have a good week.
Okay, so that was new music. Hopefully there was an extra segment in there.
Hopefully.
If not, then, you know, Kyron forgot.
List.
So yeah, there'll be a giant list of 2 weeks worth next week. Right, so fact and joke. So what do you want first?
Fact.
Okay, so because of the day that this is being released, it's topical. Okay. So we couldn't really make an episode about it, but so Tuesday, the 21st of February is Shrove Tuesday, so Pancake Day. So you know,
Reminds me of that YouTube video.
pancake. Around 52 million eggs are used on Pancake Day. It's quite a lot of eggs, isn't it?
Damn.
And the most pancake flips in a single minute is 140. How the fuck do you flip a pancake 140 times?
How many is it per flip then?
How many seconds?
No, how many flips per pan flip?
Yeah, could you just fling it up and flip it like 10 times in one
does
flip?
that count as a flip?
Yeah,
or
I
is
don't
that 10
know,
in
but
one?
still 140 times in a minute.
It must be, because you can't just go blah, 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 blah.
Why not?
That'd be mad.
You never know. Maybe there's 20 pancakes in each pan.
Oh, okay, what's go to pancake topping? It's nothing.
That's probably
Human
just-
remains?
I don't know, because I can't be asked with anything. Like, I just have whatever anybody else is having, and it's normally just lemon and sugar. Just fucking slap that on it. Or I'd go Nutella.
Fair enough.
But yeah,
Fair enough. Human remains. What was that?
Fair enough.
I don't know. No, probably just anything edible.
Fair enough. Human remains.
Remains, yeah.
Right, joke. Can't believe tomorrow is Pancake Day. That really crept up on me.
Oh my god.
Jokes.
What do you want to say to that?
What?
Crepe in Vegas. What was it, like 50 quid for a crepe?
Yeah, it was.
No, I
wasn't
don't,
it?
I don't know.
In the,
Something jokes.
in the Paris Hotel, whatever it was. I can't remember what that place was called.
I don't know what it was, but
The Paris Hotel. The
Had
French,
a lot of
the French
ham on it.
hotel. Yeah, it did.
it had a lot of ham.
Mine had a lot of chocolate. on
Yeah,
it.
a lot of
Yeah.
it. A lot of it.
A lot. Right.
We're done, are we?
That's it, yeah. So, thanks for tuning in. No,
No, what we...
socials.
Wait, we're doing a teaser. We actually know what next episode is, isn't it? Logic. LOGRC. You
Logic
know where I'll
album
be.
review
In the
next
club
episode.
VIP. Psych,
So-
not me.
Exactly. So, wait for that one.
Right, yeah. Find us on
socials.
all streaming platforms under the SoulInsights Podcast. Please leave us a rating and review. Socials, Twitter, SI Index, TikTok, Instagram, SoulInsights Index, and YouTube, SoulInsights.
Thank you for tuning in.
Toodaloo.